Hello, my lovies. You remember last time I told you we have finished all of the long vowel sound spellings. So why do I have long U up here today? Well, we're not finished with all the sounds in our English language. And so today I'm going to give you one that sometimes just drives me crazy. Remember, I did not get to make up the rules for our English language. The wall card we're going to do today is ooh, and that's gooey goo. Do you hear that ooh sound? Gooey goo. Well, let me show you the spellings on this goo card. Oh, there's U, just like with long U. Oh, there's silent E, a signal, just like long U. Oh, there's UE, just like long U. Oh, there's EW, just like long U. Now, doesn't that just drive you crazy? Drives me crazy. But here's the deal. Make the sound of long U. U. Make the sound of gooey goo. Ooh. They're almost the same. So if you come to any of these spellings in a word, if you say you or ooh, you're going to get the word. So I'm not going to worry about those spellings at all. I'm going to do the last one, which is O-O. All right? So all of these words are going to have O-O, and they're going to say, not two vowels go walking, O. They're going to say ooh. Are you ready? There it is, goo. Ooh. How about moo? Uh-huh. How about food? Sure. See, some of these words you already know just because you've seen them. Your brain is taking pictures of them. How about moon? Uh-huh. We really did land on the moon. That's an easy one you've known 100 years. We went to the zoo. That was a fun time. Pool, sure. Pool. It's always fun to play in the pool. Spool. A spool is what thread is wrapped around, or even workers put big long chains or cables around. And look at this little spool doll. People used to save their spools and put string through them and make little toys. There's a spool doll. Tool, uh-huh. All kinds of tools. Tool is something that's going to make your job easier. Cool. Mm-hmm. Now, cool can mean two different things. It can mean on a hot day. Oh, look at Jackson and Reagan. They are playing in that water. That will keep them nice and cool. Or you can be a cool cat. Oh, those shades make you look nice and cool. Cool, man. Cool. Fool. Now, sometimes people call other people a fool if they're not using their head and thinking right. But the other meaning of fool is something that's going to make you laugh. And remember, for April Fool, you tried to fool your dad with a brownie. You told him you were going to give him a brownie, and you did. You fooled him. And it used to be kings would have, before there was television or anything like that, they'd have people come in and make people laugh, and they called them a fool. Loop. Mm-hmm. A loop is when something comes in a circle and comes back out again. Oh, you know I hate those roller coasters, especially the kind that go in a loop like that. Scoot. Scoot. Mm-hmm. Poor Abe. He's not big enough to have his feet hit those pedals, so he's only going to scoot on that bike. He's just going to push himself along. A scooter could be somebody who scoots on a bike, or there's a scooter. You can have it with an engine or use your feet. Boom. Boom. Big, loud sound. Boom. Toot, toot. You see the TH? Booth. A booth is a small little area. Sometimes there's a ticket booth, or if you go to the fair, they have booths. Or like if you go to Denny's or restaurants, you can sit in a booth instead of sitting at a table with chairs. Booth. How about, that's an easy one, broom. Sure, there's my sweet little witch again on her broom. Soon. Soon the bus will come. Soon. Ah, here it comes for her. I guess she's the teacher. How about, that's an easy one, boot. Shoot. Look at all those letters and only 3 sounds. You can shoot a basketball or shoot a little pop gun. Shoot. Roof. All kinds of different roofs that people put on their houses. They use the material that they have close by. Yep. Me too, me too. You know, somebody else is doing something and you say, me too. That means you want to do it also. Room. That's what the room at Perry's looks like. Room. Tooth. Yeah. Yep. You lost your tooth. Bloom. Bloom. That's when you have a flower and it opens up and then there's the nice bloom of the flower. Troop. Can be like a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout troop or Cub Scout troop. Or we talk about saluting our troops. We're talking about our the people that are in this service. A group of them is called a troop. Scoop. This scoop is used for ice cream, or you can scoop up some sand or scoop up some flour if you're making cookies or something. Groom. This is a word you may not know as well. We don't use it very often unless someone's getting married. And the groom is the man. What do we call the lady? Sure, the bride. Stool. Smooth. Smooth. Look at this slide. It's nice and smooth so they can slide down so easily. That looks like fun. I would do that. Spoon. Okay, look at that Y at the end. That's a longer word, so we're going to put it as an E. Gloomy. And gloomy is a kind of sometimes a day. This looks like a gloomy day. It's you can't say a day is sad, but you know, it looks like it may not be all that fun. Sometimes when people are feeling sad, you could say, you look a little gloomy today. And then you can try to cheer them up. Shampoo. Yep, you know what shampoo is. You knew that word. Yep, balloon. Hot air balloons or balloons. Noon. Now, noon is 12 o'clock. It's when both hands are on the 12. And noon is usually when people eat lunch. You can eat earlier or later, but we usually say eat lunch at noon. So, after noon. What time would afternoon be? Sure, it would be after lunchtime. We have morning when the sun comes up. Then it's noon. Then the sun starts going down. It's afternoon, then evening, and then night. Goose. Now, take a look at that word and look at that E sitting on the end of that word. That E is not doing a thing. If we didn't have it there, that would say goose. But when we have an S on the end of a word, what does it mean? More than one. So they put an E on there, just so that we know it's only one. Here's moose. Look at the E. It's just sitting there so that you know it's only one. Crazy, isn't it? All right, you know what this one's going to be. Rooster. Sure. Baboon. Baboon. Good reading. See you later, alligator. Play bingo, Mr. Flamingo.